Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At Central College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
No.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we work hard to give you the freshest produce, the highest quality meat, and the most affordable prices.
You shed a light that guides me home.
I got it.
You're my favorite.
Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face.
SWIC feels like a community, like family,
like home. SWIC is a place for you.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Good afternoon and welcome to Kruger Field at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa, the home of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. I'm Emery Songer, and in a moment we're going to have a Class 3A semifinal matchup between the Williamsburg Raiders and the Mount Vernon Mustangs. It's right here on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Before we go farther, let's take a look at how these two teams got to this game by taking a look at the road to state. Mount Vernon 35-4 on the season. And you see there the Williamsburg Raiders 32-10 is their record. For Mount Vernon, Robin Brand has her team playing very well, of course, beating Esterville 7-0 in the quarterfinal round. Jenna Sprague, 13 strikeouts, allowed just 2 hits in that romp and got them into this game. Of course, to get into this game, of course, they had to win 3 regional games, did not allow a run in those either. It has been since the 1st of July that this team has allowed a run. Now, Williamsburg, on the other hand, they got themselves a big win as well, beating West Liberty 10-0 in the quarterfinals as well. El Ridgeway, 2 hits, 3 runs driven in for head coach Adam Birdie. 32-10 in that record, but they pretty easily got through the regional tournament, beating Nevada 12-0, Sadell 9-4, and Roland Story 5-1. Second state tournament in a row for Williamsburg to get here. These two lineups have a plethora of great skill, great talent. Both the pitchers we're going to see are extremely talented with ERAs that are under 2. Should have a good ball game. A couple of well-rounded teams, and the reward for winning this game would be to take on one of the best teams that we've seen in recent years, a dominant Davenport Assumption team who punched their ticket to the Class 3A title game earlier this afternoon. We'll step aside and give you those lineups and plenty more. It is Mount Vernon and Williamsburg, Class 3A semifinal, right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
No.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything.
Dental insurance costs a fortune and it covers nothing.
Don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
We're back here live at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex. Little game of catch the bat looks like going on over in front of the Mount Vernon dugout as we prepare. We don't usually have this problem. And by problem, I mean we're way early. We had 40 minutes to prepare the field to get the teams out here before introductions, thanks in part to a 4-inning, 12-0 run rule victory for number 1 seed Davenport Assumption. Assumption into the state championship game yet again. They won the Class 3A title in 17, 18, 19. Were in the championship game in 20, but did not win. And they're looking to try to win it again as the coaches meet with the umpiring crew. Going to give you the statistics with these two teams, and the lineups will be announced over our public address announcer. But I can just tell you this, Assumption looks pretty much unbeatable. Not that they couldn't lose, but it is going to take an extraordinary effort. But to even worry about that, you have to win this game here. And that's what Mount Vernon and Williamsburg are going to be looking to do. Mount Vernon, the number 2 seed, 35-4 this season. Number 3 seed, Williamsburg, 32-10. Routinely, these two teams all season long have been among the best in the top 10. And now they find themselves one game away from making it to a state championship game. As the umpiring crew goes over the last little bit, it's a little bit easier as all of these coaches, umpires have already gotten at least one game under their belt here at the state tournament. Lineups being exchanged, a little bit of words being said, and now that the handshakes are being had, let's go ahead and go to our public address announcer, Tim Fitzpatrick.
Warm. Good enough. We'll make it work. We will make it work.
Good late afternoon, ladies and gentlemen and softball fans, and welcome to Rogers Sports Complex and this 3A semifinal game between the visiting team, the Williamsburg Raiders, and the home team, the Mount Vernon Mustangs. Winner of this game advances to the 3A championship game to be played Friday right here at Kruger Seats Field, starting at 2:30. Now let's meet the players for today's game. First of all, the non-starters, assistant coaches for the visitors from Williamsburg. Number 3, Carly Rich. Number 4, Riley Metz. Number 5, Callan Spratt. Number 7, Bailey Van Ossen. Number 8, Phoenix Tripp. Number 21, London Cook. Number 22, Jaden Kennebec. And number 31, Taylor Pitlick. Your assistant coaches, Jacob Hullum, Tanner Blue, Mackenzie O'Neill, and Jill Hullum. And now, here's your starters. For the Williamsburg Raiders, leading off and playing center field, number 13, Shannon Finn. Batting second at third base, number 11, McKenna Hughes. Batting third and row catching, number 10, Carly Campbell. Leading up for the Raiders at first base, number 42, L. Ridgway. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 20, Janet Thurm. Batting sixth at shortstop, number 1, Charlotte Regent. Batting 7, doing the pitching, number 16, Peyton Driscoll. Batting 8, in left field, number 2, Riley Bertoffi. Batting 9, the right fielder, number 27, Megan Lamperi. Your flex player at second base, number 12, Olivia Stratton. Head coach for the Raiders, Adam Burton. And now let's meet the Mount Vernon Mustangs. Here are your non-starters. Number 1, Sydney Schultz. Number 5, Avery Flotty. Number 8, Elsa Appleton. And number 16, Lillian Wishmeyer. Our assistant coaches, Lori Moss, Sammy Moss, Joellen Winkler, and Libby Ryan. Now here's your starters. For the Mount Vernon Mustangs, leading off and playing left field, number 12, Nadia Halecki. Batting second at shortstop, number 3, Maya Bentley. Batting third in center field, number 7, Lauren Ryan. Batting Leading-up hitter for the Mustangs, doing the pitching, number 14, Jenna Sprague. Batting fifth and doing the catching, number 2, Kenna Rollinger. Batting sixth in right field, number 6, Ashlyn Steen. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 11, Addison Dugan. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 15, Lauren Schwarzenegger. Batting in the ninth position, the third baseman, number 10, Lily C. And playing in the flex position, first base, number 9, Cameron Brand. Head coach for the Mustangs, Robin Brand. Ladies and gentlemen, now turn your attention to the home plate area. The umpires for this contest as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Mark Murphy. At third base, Tom Sullivan. And calling the balls and strikes, Carl Woodridge. All right, who's ready for state tournament softball?
The two teams get themselves back into their dugouts, and we will have softball action. Class 3A semifinal. The Williamsburg Raiders, as mentioned, 32-10. Some youth at the top of the order, a freshman and an 8th grader in Shannon Finn and McKenna Hughes, going to be going 1-2. But the pitcher they'll face is Jenna Sprague from Mount Vernon. Sprague, a junior, 31 appearances this year, 161 innings of work. She was 25-2 with a 1.04 earned run average. Allowed just 89 hits in those 161 innings of work, so every other inning or so she'd allow a hit. What isn't going to be, it's not easy to get contact against her. She has 232 strikeouts in those 161 innings of work. When you get up here, you have a chance to win state. A lot of it has to do with who is in the circle, and Jenna Sprague is that pitcher. A little bit smaller in stature than some of the other pitchers that we've seen, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't bring it with some power. A little less important height and length in softball as it is in baseball with that overhand delivery that they have coming off a mound. The release point gets a little bit closer to home plate, able to generate a little bit more power with some of the long limbs. In softball, it really is about where you throw it, your technique, and how much muscle you have. And Jenna Sprague is going to be trying to do that and keep up what has been an unbelievable year for her. Shannon Finn going to be coming up for Adam Birdie's Williamsburg Raiders. Finn on the season, as mentioned, just a freshman, but a .447 average, 13 runs driven in. She's walked 10 times and struck out just 6 times. She is a handful. These fast lefties who go out of their way. Try to put the ball on the ground and leg it out. Always a headache for defenders. She runs through the box and takes a strike. 0-1, and we are underway. First pitch actually just a hair early, 4:58. Usually we are running right up against being on time or running late. This has popped up. Right field, long run. Fair territory, catch is made. Ashlyn Steen out there from right. Steen is in right field. Let's go ahead and meet the other outfielders. In center is Lauren Ryan. Left fielder is Nadia Talecki. The infield, Lily C. at third base, Maya Bentley at short. Addison Gukin is at second base with Cameron Brand at first, and Kenna Rollinger is the Hughes. One out, nobody on. Yes, an 8th grader batting in the 2-hole. Hughes, 346 the average. Does have a homer and is hit by a pitch. She is on at first. A lot of energy coming from the Williamsburg dugout. The backstop for Williamsburg is Carly Campbell. She is a senior, 328 the average coming into the state tournament with 5 home runs. That was a team high. Also a team high with 38 runs driven in. This is the big bat in the order. She'll take a strike, 0-1. Hit batter, puts a runner on. Williamsburg wear the pullover, V-neck uniforms up top, and the long pants, something you really don't see much in softball. So a classic baseball look. The sleeves and everything. A lot of teams, including Mount Vernon, wear the tank tops or muscle shirts. It's 2-1 now to Campbell. 200 feet all the way around here at Kruger Seeds Field. There's a strike. Throw down to second base. Nice athletic play by Bentley to catch the ball. It was well high from the catcher, Rawlinger. It will be a stolen base. It was a strike to Campbell. For Hughes, the steal. And that is nothing new for her. 34. She gets on base, she steals bases. That's what she does, as does Shannon Finn. As that one looked like it was going to be high, but Campbell looking to protect, fouled it away, and it still remains 2-2. 33 of the state softball tournament. Winner will face Davenport Assumption, state championship Friday afternoon. Right here on this field, as that misses. That was much closer than the previous pitch, but good eye by Campbell to lay off this one. And it's 3-2. The payoff, high pop-up, could be playable, and it will not. It will go over the netting and land right above us in the bleacher seats. 8th pitch of this at-bat to Campbell upcoming with another power hitter in L. Ridgway on deck. I mentioned this is the big bat in the order. I misspoke. This is a big bat in the order, the second biggest bat in the order behind Ridgway, who's batting cleanup. It's a line drive, caught. Bentley, throw to second, going to be a little bit wide, but it hits the umpire's foot, so it doesn't go far, but it doesn't matter because taking third base is Hughes. Bentley's going to get charged with an error. E6 is her throw, trying to lead the second baseman, Addison Gookin. A little bit wide of the mark. Got a little help as the base umpire on that side, Mark Murphy. His foot didn't get out of the way fast enough. Line drive to shortstop for the out. Error throwing by the shortstop, and Bentley allows the runner to third. Now L. Ridgway, big swing, fouls it back 0-1. Ridgway just a sophomore, but listen to these numbers. .430 the average. 12 home runs. 52 runs driven in. She's walked 21 times and has struck out just 7 times this season. Yeah, she can definitely swing it. She fouls this one back 0-2. Whenever she gets a chance to bat with runners on base for Williamsburg, it is about trying their best to have runners in scoring position so she can drive them in. Can she do it here? 0-2. Popped up, this is playable. Who's it going to be? It'll be the pitcher in foul ground right in front of home plate. Dennis Sprague puts it away, and that'll retire the side. So they dodge a bullet there. Williamsburg strands one at third. After a half inning of play, Williamsburg nothing, and Mount Vernon coming to bat right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At Central College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
We head into the bottom of the first inning. Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600, and that means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. Runner gets on, nothing crosses for Williamsburg in their half of the first inning. It'll be Mount Vernon wearing their black uniforms, dark black charcoal, if you will. The maroon Mustangs in script across the front. Maroon numbers on the front and the back. The maroon socks. We mentioned those kind of traditional baseball-looking uniforms for Williamsburg. They're white. Raiders in script across the front with red numbers front and the back. Long pants
Starting things off for the Mustangs, left fielder number 12, Nadia Telecki.
We get going here. It'll be Nadia Telecki, Maya Bentley, Lauren Ryan. Those are your 3 hitters due up here for the Mustangs. The pitcher, Peyton Driscoll. First pitch on the way. There for a strike, 0-1. Driscoll is a sophomore. 28 games, 140 and 2/3 innings in the regular season, a 1.89 earned run average, 195 strikeouts. She did walk 71, so that is a little bit of a trouble spot, but she was 17-4 coming into this state tournament. That drop ball is read well, but flown out in the left, and it's going to be caught by Riley Burkan. She also does a little heel click after she throws it back in to the infield. So 1 away. Maya Bentley, the shortstop, will dig in. Bentley, a .518 average. She does have 9 home runs. That leads the team. 42 runs driven in, also leads the team. 14 doubles, second on the team. 6 triples, that leads the team. Walked 19 times, that leads the team. Struck out just 11 times. So yeah, Maya Bentley, pretty good hitter. The 1-0 inside is 2-1. A little bit more traditional swinger from the left side, and still has that gigantic batting average. Bentley a junior, Telecki a junior, Bentley a junior. A lot of juniors. This team got a lot of young players, or younger players, not seniors. This 3-0. Gotta appreciate the kind of production you get from this junior class. You make it to the semifinal round. You're gonna have a lot of hope going into the following year, although 3-hitter Lauren Ryan in the automatic circle is a senior. That's the only senior that's in the lineup today for Mount Vernon. That's fouled off, 3-1. Green light 3-0, why not? She's your best hitter. Mount Vernon defeated Esterville Lincoln Central 7-0 yesterday in the quarterfinal round. 3-1. There's a strike. 3-2. Peyton Driscoll. A lot of red in her hair. A lot of these girls will do a little bit of the dye in their hair, school colors, or a color that they all agree on. Didn't see too many people with the red in their hair. Just fouled straight back. We'll do the 3-2 again. But Driscoll went all out with that red. He gets the sign. Another payoff pitch upcoming. The 3-2. Way high and way in. Bentley draws the walk. We mentioned the walks have been somewhat of an issue for Driscoll this season. Misses a lot of bats, doesn't allow a lot of runs. They can get herself into trouble with the walks. About a walk every other inning or so. This is a Mount Vernon team that you do not want to mess around with. They can hit it well. Number 3 hitter Lauren Ryan is up. She swings through the first pitch, 0-1. Ryan, the only senior as mentioned in the lineup. In fact, it's just one other senior on the roster, and that's Sydney Schultz, who only got 6 at-bats this season. Ryan, .361 the average, 12 doubles, 31 runs driven in. Also walked 16 times. A patient bunch, this Mount Vernon crew. As I mentioned, they have not allowed a run since the 1st of July. I don't know if you know what day it is, but it's been 3 weeks almost since they've allowed a run. That on top of the fact that they can score them. They show bunt, laying it down. It's a good one by Ryan. Only plays over to first. Quick throw behind the runner, not quite in time. It was good dig out there by Stratton, the second baseman, covering second. Goes 1-3 on the sac bunt, successfully done. Bentley to second, now with 2 outs. So now Jenna Sprague going to try to help herself out, the opposing pitcher, a junior. Sprague, we talk about how great she is in the circle at the plate. No slouch, .378 the average. 16 doubles, that is the team high with 1 triple. 31 runs driven in. She's got a runner at second and 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning, scoreless. Outside, 1-0. Our umpires today, Carl Wooldridge, is the home plate umpire, Mark Murphy. On the right side of the infield, Tom Sullivan will be patrolling the left side of the infield. The 1-0 on the way. There's a strike, outside corner, 1-1. Two outs. Both of these teams feel like they have a pretty equal shot to win this game. Assumption, the clear prohibitive favorite in 3A, waiting the winner for the championship as this fouled off the screen. 1-2. You know, it is just a pretty wild and understandably fun tournament, even with the hot weather. Playing some summer softball. Only state in the union that does it is Iowa. It's the 1-2. Strike three called. But when you get an even matchup like this, it makes it all the more fun. And after one inning of play, we're tied 0-0. Both teams train a runner in scoring position. We'll head to the second right after this. It is the Iowa Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Des Moines, the S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Heading to the second, no runs, no hits, but both sides issued either a hit by pitch or a walk. That runner eventually will get in the scoring position, but both pitchers shut it down, and nothing is scored. We head to the second. It is Jenna Thurm leading off, the designated player, a sophomore for Williamsburg. Yet another underclassman batting in the top half of their batting order. Of the first five batters, four of them are underclassmen. Just the senior Carly Campbell interrupts that run. 1-0 to Thurm on the way. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Thurm, 300 is her average coming into the state tournament. She did have 4 doubles, 3 home runs, 20 runs driven in. She bats with nobody on, leading off here in the second inning. The 1-1. That's just outside. Good take. 2-1. Talking about these teams being pretty even. I think Sprague thought that was close. Kind of looking in to see where that location might have been. The 2-1. Popped up on the infield. It'll be the first baseman in foul ground, Cameron Brand. She makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Charlotte Weegan is the senior shortstop, and she'll bat. 333 is her average, 9 doubles. It's the only extra base hit she has this season, but good contact hitter, 18 runs driven in on the year. Has walked 10 times, struck out 12. She bats here with 1 out and the base is empty. First pitch. Maybe a hair high, we'll want to know. One ball, no strikes. The pitch, it's hit into the right center gap. Long run, a diving attempt by Ryan, unable to come up with it, but good backing up by Ashlyn Steen. Able to snag it before extra bases could be taken. That is the first hit of the game. Charlotte Weegan is on. Good effort by Ryan, the center fielder. That'll bring up the opposing pitcher, Peyton Driscoll. Driscoll, this season, another sophomore. Batting average 274. 12 RBIs, 2 doubles. Those are the only 2 extra base hits she has as she goes through this 1-0-1. Think about it. You got a freshman and an 8th grader at the top, then the senior Campbell. Sophomore, and Ridgway and Thurm. another senior in Weegan, then a sophomore and a junior. This is popped up on the attempt and caught easily by Lily C at third base. So 2 away. Riley Verconde, the left fielder, a junior, the only junior in the order. There are the 3 seniors, Campbell, Weegan, who's at first base, and then Megan Lampanic, who is in the on-deck circle. 0-1 after a foul ball to Verconde. She is a .336 hitter this year. Did hit 3 home runs, 6 doubles, added a triple in the regular season, 18 runs driven in, 11 walks and strikeouts, 17 stolen bases to go along with it. And she goes through that one again, 0-2. Verconde back in, an 0-2 count with 2 outs and a runner on first. The pitch from Sprague, runner goes, popped out into left field. Coming on is Telecki. She's got it. Easily done. The single doesn't result in any damage. We're through an inning and a half, still scoreless. Mount Vernon will come back up when we return on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Williamsburg scoreless, Mount Vernon scoreless. It'll be the Mustangs' second trip to the plate. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 in their order. Kenna Rollinger, a freshman, will come to the bat with Ashlyn Steen and Allison Gukin due up as well. There's some experience, but a lot of youth between these two teams. Got to be excited about what the future may hold beyond even right now. Nobody's thinking about it now because they want to win a state championship this year. Foul ball to Rollinger. Rollinger, .330 the average on the season, 9 doubles, 2 home runs. Out way outside. Good snag by Carly Campbell behind the plate. 1-1. Rollinger had 23 runs driven in as well, 16 walks drawn, just 12 strikeouts in the regular season. The 1-1. Fouled out of play. Both these teams, big shutout wins. Mount Vernon 7-0 over Esterville, Lincoln Central. Williamsburg 10-0 over West Liberty. There's the ball, 2-2. Kind of have the feeling, at least right now, though, that this could be a who scores first going to have a real big upper hand for the duration of the rest of this game. This one grounded, left side. Hughes with it, across the diamond. Nice play. Rollinger retired 5-3. Well, Ridgeway could handle the low throw before it hopped. Hughes ranging to her left to make the play. Brings up Ashlyn Steen. Steen on the season, .394 of the average. 2 doubles, 3 triples. Did have 19 knocked in, no home runs. Also, 16 walks to 11 strikeouts. Seemingly, everybody in this order has more walks than strikeouts, which is not typical for any school. Mount Vernon. This popped up and caught. Great work by Carly Campbell reading it and making the play in fair territory. Steen tried to surprise the defense with a bunt attempt. And that'll bring up with 2 outs, nobody on, Addison Gukin, the freshman. Gukin, a .376 average. Also had a pretty solid year in the circle as the number 2 pitcher for this Mount Vernon team. She takes a ball here, 1-0. Gukin playing second base. .376 as mentioned, the average was 7 doubles, 4 triples, 2 home runs, 31 runs driven in. A freshman with so much skill, can do a little bit of everything. This pitch, up and away. It is 2-0. Williamsburg starter Peyton Driscoll would love to keep answering Jenna Sprague's zeros. The 2-0 on the way. Fouled straight back. 2-1. Earlier this afternoon, Assumption, a 12-0 win. That was in 4 innings. Run rule style, defeating Atlantic to move into the state championship game yet again. That one's in the dirt. That's a nice take there by Gukin. 3-1. Mount Vernon, their losses this season have been to good teams. One of them to this Williamsburg group. They also beat Williamsburg. That was so long ago. It's not that it's not relevant, but it's not relevant as that foul ball makes it a full count, 3-2. That game happened back on the 7th of June. So a solid month and a half ago between these two teams, a doubleheader in Williamsburg. Mount Vernon lost the first game 9-5, but would win the second game 10-3. This game kind of shaping up a little bit more while these teams are vaguely familiar with each other. That ball 4 allows Gukin to reach with 2 outs. Second walk issued by Driscoll. And this game just does not feel like it's going to have that much offense. It might end up being that way, but 14 and 13 runs in each of the first 2 games they played back in early June. Does not feel like that is going to be the case here in this one. First pitch misses to the 8-hitter, designated player Lauren Schwartzendruber. A junior, Schwartzendruber, 197 the average this season. Played about half the time. Did have a couple of doubles and 7 runs driven in. Did have a little bit of trouble with the strikeout, but is ahead in the count here 2-0. She struck out 19 times, just walked 4 times, and 61 at bats. But obviously had things going a little bit toward the end of the season, gets the nod as the DP, batting for the first baseman Cameron Brand, a sophomore, who is not in the batting order but is playing in the field. That's fouled back, 2-1. I really like seeing coaches just giving that 2-0 green light. Head coach Robin Brand really, truly appreciates this game. Mount Vernon always in the mix to come here. 7th time for Brand here at Mount Vernon. 6 out of the last 7 years the school has been here as it's 3-1. Can they get over the hump, over Assumption? We'll have to find out if they can beat Williamsburg first to get to that game. The 3-1, swing and a miss. Driscoll's coming up with some pitches when she needs to. That 2-out walk, not ideal, but now she's into a full count against Schwartzendruber with number 9 hitter Lily C in the on-deck circle. What can Driscoll do to try to get out of the inning? 3-2 the count. She sets and fires. Foul tip just off the edge of the mitt of Campbell, which will keep Schwartzendruber alive. Still full. Right-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher. Look in from Driscoll. Sets and fires. Oh, yes, the big slow rolling change. Gets her looking. Second strikeout recorded by Driscoll, and man, she was not looking for that. Hang with them there for Schwarzendruber. And we're through 2, still scoreless. Now Williamsburg will come back up in the 3rd when we come back on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics, because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
First pitch coming to the number 9 hitter, Megan Lampanic. Fouled out of play right side. Lampanic this season, about half the time she has been in the batting order. 206 the average. No extra base hits, but she did have 11 runs driven in. Walked 5 times, striking out 13 times. Hits this one over to short, a slow roller picked up by Bentley. Nice throw, right on time, right on target for out number 1. And pretty solid defense all the way around here. With 1 out, that'll bring up top of the order, Shannon Finn. Finn flew out to left field. Nadia Telecki back in the first inning. The freshman left-handed bat. Infield comes in, expecting her to run through the box, try to slap it in play, but pops it foul. Run toward the fence. Nice basket catch right against the fencing here by the catcher, Kenna Rollinger. It's an excellent play. Didn't really know where the fencing was. A big smile for her as she came over here to make the play. The freshman knew that she had a little bit of room, made the play. Was a little bit surprised that she hadn't run into the screen. That's fun to see the joy that she had and her teammates congratulating her after making an excellent play. Not easy to cover that much ground up against the fence. First pitch, a strike to the 8th grader, McKenna Hughes. Slow roller through the whole left side. Tried to use the off speed, but it was read nicely by Hughes. Waited on it and placed a single. Second hit for Williamsburg. And with 2 outs, runner at first base, and now you're getting the big bats up with Carly Campbell at the plate and the big bat of Elle Ridgway in the on-deck circle. Long set, Sprague fires, up high. Runner goes, throw kind of the third base side of the second base bag that allows Hughes to slide in for the steal, her second steal of the game. Pitch was a ball, 1-0. Carly Campbell is the batter. She is a senior. Lined out after an 8-pitch at bat. Well, it was a really nice play by Maya Bentley, the shortstop. And it's fouled off of the screen to the right side and bounces off of the first base side dugout. 1-1. Class 3A, that additional game that is played by the 4 teams that lose, that we don't play it all the way out to 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th place anymore. Teams that lose just get 1 additional game. That's all their promise. This is a line drive up the middle, a base hit. Runner around third. She is going to score, and Williamsburg strikes first on a 2-out RBI hit by Carly Campbell. Looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner for Campbell. That is a clutch piece of hitting by your senior. Campbell will be replaced by Riley Metz, a sophomore. Courtesy runner Brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Sponsoring our substitutions all tournament long. So Riley Metz is the runner. Hughes, the runner, scores. That stolen base loomed large. He would not have scored from first on that play. 0-1 the count here to El Ridgeway, and a chance to do some more damage with your biggest and best hitter. Biggest bat in this order. The 0-1. Oh, that ball is hit hard, just foul. Hair quick. When she hits it, it just makes a different sound. Does Ridgeway. Takes big swings, and when she makes solid contact, man, it makes a dangerous sound. The 0-2 to her. Off the outside corner, trying to steal his Mets. Just in ahead of the tag. Bentley thought she had her. Excellent throw from Rawlinger. But umpire on the plate, Tom Sullivan, says she was in ahead of the tag. It was close. Bang, bang. Rawlinger and Bentley both thought they had her. But Metz gets credit for the stolen base. Ridgeway now has a runner in scoring position. The 1-2 on the way. And that's just foul. Man, if you're playing third base and Ridgeway is at the plate, I mean, you might want to take a couple of steps backwards. I have no idea how on earth you're going to expect to make contact or knock a ball down or be able to react quick enough to catch it as hard as she's hitting it that way. 1-2. They call strike three, outside edge of the outside corner, and Sprague gets away from any further damage with just her first strikeout of the game. But with 2 outs, a single by McKenna Hughes, she steals the bag and scores on the 2-out RBI single by Carly Campbell. And after 2.5, it's 1-0 Williamsburg over Mount Vernon right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Fans, official state tournament merchandise is now available online. You can go to IGHSAU.org. You can browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. It's IGHSAU.org. Not only can you find the merch, but you can also check out State Tournament Central, stay updated on all the live streams, and also be able to check out box scores, final statistics, and all the information about this state tournament, which started on Monday and going strong here day 3. State tournament continues through Friday with state championships both Thursday and Friday. Bottom of the third inning, Mount Vernon brings up 9-1-2 in their order, and the first pitch is fouled. Out of play right side. Lily C. is the batter. Only 2 base runners against Peyton Driscoll were both walks that she issued on full count pitches in the first and the second innings. Lily C. bats now for the Mustangs. A sophomore batting .418 in the 9 slot, a great second leadoff hitter, if you will. 9 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs. And it just missed. Williamsburg crowd thought they had a strike. Said it's just a ball. 1-1 the count. Popped up, and that's going to be out of play. It is now 1-2. C will be followed by the top of the order and Nadia Telecki and Maya Bentley in the 1 and 2 slots. Williamsburg plates one with a couple of 2-out hits in the top of this third inning. Winner of this game will play number 1 seed Davenport Assumption for the Class 3A state championship. Friday at 2:30 on this field. Inside is 2-2. Third place game between the loser of this one and 4-seed Atlantic Friday at 1 on the other field, Iowa Central Field. Clark beat Anamosa yesterday 4-2. And West Liberty beat Esterville Lincoln Central 7-4 earlier today. Those were the two consolation games. This popped up on the infield. Second baseman Olivia Stratton under it makes the catch for the first out. Don't play it all the way 5th through 8th anymore. You just get an additional game if you get knocked out of the tournament, on the winner's side at least. So there's extra games. Those Class 4A games, Carlisle beat Oskaloosa. The 4-seed Carlisle beat 8-seed Oskaloosa earlier today 4-0. Also today, Clear Creek Amana, the 6-seed, beat 7-seed North Polk 7-6 to pick up a win before heading out. Those were in the consolation games as well. Class 4A, Winterset and Boone should be finishing up. We'll get a final score for that one as we get it. And then Western Dubuque and ADM getting underway over there at Iowa Central Field in the other semifinal in Class 4A. 1-0 the count to Nadia Telecki. The strike on the outside corner, two are here, 1-1. Telecki flew out to left field in the first, 0 for 1. One out, nobody on. One ball, one strike, the pitch. That's up and away. 2-1. Later on tonight, Class 5A state softball semifinals. Pleasant Valley, the 2-seed, taking on 6-seed Ankeny Centennial. Number 1 seed and hometown favorites Fort Dodge taking on the 4-seed Waukee. This one off the fencing on the third base side dugout where Mount Vernon is. And we're even 2-2 with one out and nobody on.
They're going to the bottom of the 7th. Over there, Boone over Winterset so far, 4-2.
Boone has a 4-2 lead right now over Winterset in the 7th inning. Winterset, the number 1 seed, so they'll get one last crack and try to come up with something. It's a line through the left side and a base hit for Telecki, and that is the first hit for Mount Vernon. So she is on, your leadoff batter. Telecki, 32 regular season stolen bases. It's basically a matter of time before she is sent to second. Carly Campbell, the senior catcher, certainly is going to be aware of that, as is the middle infield. Shortstop Charlotte Weegan, likely going to be covering second when that happens. Just waiting for it. And she does not go. First pitch misses, 1-0. You think about it, you don't really do pickoff moves because they can't leave the bag until after the pitch is released. Which makes it very difficult to hold on a runner. You basically just have to hope that your catcher's got the arm to do it. 1-0, not going, there's a strike. 1-1. Bentley at the plate, left side. She's got a big bat as well, really productive. Again, a ball taken. Telecki not going. Telecki had 57 hits and walked 15 times. Basically, every other time she was on base, she stole a bag. And of those numbers, 13 of those, that's flared out into left field. It will be caught. Raconde out there in left field makes the play. That's 2 away. She doesn't steal, but I say that every other time she steals a bag. Well, Telecki had 13 doubles, so she couldn't steal second if she was already at second. She had 5 triples and 5 home runs of those 57 hits. So you can eliminate 23 of those right off the bat. And she still is at first base, has not attempted to steal yet. Now Lauren Ryan, the senior, had a sacrifice bunt first time up. Now one inside, 1-0. You can tell they respect the arm of Carly Campbell if they have not sent Telecki yet. If they haven't sent her yet, they might just be trying to get a hit to move her along here. But we will see. 1-0. It was that big changeup, and that was a really nice job by the batter Ryan just to hang back long enough to get a bat on it, but could not keep it in play.
Final 4-2, Boone.
Do you have a final score? It is Boone upsetting Winterset in the Class 4A semifinals, and they move into the championship game. 4-2 was the score that held up. Boone moving on. Winterset will have to settle for the first place or the third place game as the 1 seed. It's a ground ball, but foul. 1-2 now. So Boone will play either Western Dubuque or ADM for the Class 4A state title. That game will be on Friday at 5 o'clock here at Kruger Seeds Field. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Peyton Driscoll came to play in the circle, and after 3 innings, she's got 3 strikeouts, and Williamsburg has a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with more after this on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
Williamsburg comes up in the 4th, and it'll be Jenna Thurm, Charlotte Weegan, and Peyton Driscoll to face Jenna Sprague, and a 1-0 lead here for Williamsburg. We'll get some other scores from this state tournament, as we are pretty much all caught up in the games that have taken place, both in the winner's bracket and consolation thus far. As the first pitch, a strike here to Jenna Thurm, the designated player, sophomore. Popped out in foul ground, caught by the first baseman Cameron Brand in the second. And Sprague looks in and gets the sign. Popped up again. This could be the same thing, and it will be, as Brand makes the catch in foul ground. 1 out. As Weegan comes up, Class 1A state championship game will be tomorrow at 5 o'clock here on Kruger Seeds Field. Newell Fonda, number 1 seed, will take on number 3 Lisbon, who upset Wayne 4-3 earlier today. That game 5 o'clock here at Kruger Seeds tomorrow. Kruger Seeds Field tomorrow. At Iowa Central Field at 3:30 tomorrow, it will be the 2 seed Wayne taking on 4 seed Southeast Warren for 3rd place. As that little looper is going to be caught on a little bit of a leap by Maya Bentley. And Charlotte Weegan, who singled first time in the right field. Soft line drive out for the 2nd out, as Peyton Driscoll comes to the plate. Class 1A consolation yesterday, 5 seed Sigourney beat 8 seed North Butler 4-0, and 6 seed Clarksville beat 7 seed Rimson St. Mary's 4-0. So that rounds out that bracket in 1A. Strike called here to Driscoll, 0-1. Driscoll popped out in fair territory. Lily C. First time up. The 0-1. Inside 1-1. Class 2A, the championship will be 4 seed Earlham. 9-6, they upset top seed Wilton earlier today. So Earlham in the title game. They'll take on 2 seed North Lynn, who got an 8-5 win over 3 seed Central Springs. That's up high 2-1. So Earlham and North Lynn for the title game in 2A. That will be here at Kruger Seeds Field tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. The 3rd place game between top seed Wilton and 3 seed Central Springs on Iowa Central Field at 6. That ball tagged out into left, but it will be caught by Nadia Telecki. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Jenna Sprague. And halfway through this one, Williamsburg still a 1-0 lead. We'll continue to catch you up on what happened at the state tournament so far this week. Coming up next, right here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Network, brought to you by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face.
SWIC feels like a community, like family,
like home. SWIC is a place for you.
Williamsburg with the 1-0 lead. It will be the middle third of the Mount Vernon order. Jenna Sprague, Kenna Rollinger, and Ashlyn Steen to face Peyton Driscoll, who through 3 innings has been excellent for Williamsburg. Came in, her numbers were just a little bit less impressive, I should say. I mean, very good still, but just not quite the numbers that Jenna Sprague's were. That doesn't mean she isn't capable. And of course, earlier this season we mentioned 6 weeks ago these two teams played and split 2 games where a lot of runs were scored, but it always had the feeling this was going to be a much more low-scoring game. And so far that has lived up to the billing through 3.5 innings. Jenna Sprague will step in. She is 0 for 1, struck out looking in the first against Driscoll. First pitch on the way. Oh yeah, that big looper. You see it coming out of the hand and it just messes and just really makes the timing all screwy. And it's just hard not to just watch it go by you because you can't slow down. She comes back with another one. Oh man. Now if she has a chance to sit on it, maybe she can drive that pitch, but everything in your timing and your swing and everything you've practiced does not account for that. The 0-2. Came with the fastball, but she was ready for it and lines a single to left. Credit to Sprague. She stuck with her game plan, was waiting for the fastball, got it, and singled into right, or pardon, into left. She is going to get courtesy run for here. Pitcher Sprague will come back in, get a breather. It will be Avery Plath. Pardon, it's Platty. So Platty is the runner at first. The junior has 6 stolen bases. Courtesy and all pinch runners, pinch hitters, pitching changes, defensive adjustments. All brought to you by IMT Insurance. All tournament long, learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Leadoff batter on for the first time in the game for Mount Vernon. Can they figure out something to do with it? The freshman catcher, Kenna Rollinger. She hits this one up the middle. Caught. Nice range shown up the middle by Weegin, the shortstop. And that is out number 1. Hang with him there for Rollinger.
Let's see that catch again.
Take another look at that as you see ranging up the middle, Weegin on the delivery from Driscoll. First pitch swinging. Rollinger wasn't hit off the perfect sweet spot on the barrel as that changeup, good check. Did she go? Did not, according to base umpire Tom Sullivan. Ashlyn Steen at the plate. But give credit to Weegin, the shortstop, for being able to range over there. It wasn't necessarily super hard, but looked off the bat like it could have been a hit. Instead, it's just a line out and 1 away. The 1-0 on the way. There's a strike. 1-1. To revisit the Class 2A, we mentioned the state championship tomorrow at 7:30 here at Kruger Seeds Field is Earlham and North Lynn, with Wilton and Central Springs playing at 6 on Iowa Central Field in the 3rd place game. The other backside of the bracket all finished. There's another beautiful pitch and a strike to Steen, and it's 1-2. Steen 0 for 1, popped up right in front of home plate in fair territory. It was caught by Carly Campbell. Pella Christian, the 8 seed, got a 5-3 win over 5 seed North Union. And number 7 seed Iowa City Regina. That misses. Iowa City Regina, a 2-1 win over 6th seed Underwood in those consolation games yesterday in Class 2A. So that is the extent of the play in 2A. 2-2 the count. That's in the dirt. Nice stop by Campbell. Jumping to her left, getting to the knees so she can block that effectively. She'll have to relace up her shin protectors. And it's 3-2 to Ashlyn Steen. 1 out, runner on at first base. Peyton Driscoll back to the rubber. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called outside corner. Beautiful location for Driscoll, her 4th. And with 2 outs now, that'll bring up the freshman Addison Gukin, who drew a walk on a full count pitch back in the 2nd. Now Vernon has had 1 base runner in each of the 4 innings, but have not been able to get a second. Driscoll's been able to spot the base runners and keep them at bay for now, as there's a called strike, 0-1. 2 away, and a runner at first base. The pitch from Driscoll on the way, up high. And again, Campbell continues to work hard back there, getting out of the squat and making that play. There are 2 outs. It's Driscoll. Looks in, accepts the sign, and the 1-1. Oh, yeah. Just missed, though. Looked good. Home plate umpire Carl Woolridge did not give her the call that time, and makes it 2-1. Here at Kruger Seeds Field, state semifinal winner goes to the state championship game to face number 1 Assumption. As that's up and away, and it's 3-1 here to Gukin. That big changeup was just off the mark. And now all of a sudden it is 3-1 to Gukin. If she reaches, Lauren Schwartzendruber is on deck. 2 outs, runner at first base. In the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. And now a very important pitch with 2 away in the inning and a runner at first. Campbell wants to get the sequence of signs. A lot of coaches at this level will call the pitches. 3-2 the count. The pitch. That ball hammered deep left field, way back. That ball is gone! On a 3-2 count with 2 outs in the inning, the freshman, Addison Gukin, her 3rd homer of the season, got the bat head out in front of it and lined it over the wall in left field to take a 2-1 lead. Got a little too much plate there, did Driscoll. And she just beautiful swing, as you see it here. Got the bat head, and no doubt off the bat, looked like it was a tank shot, and it was. A 2-run homer with 2 outs on a full count pitch for the freshman Addison Gukin, her 3rd homer of the season. And just like that, the tables have turned. A 1-0 deficit is now a 2-1 lead for Mount Vernon. Schwartzendruber pops the first pitch she sees up. Ridgway over at first makes the play, and that'll retire the side. But the damage done with 2 outs and a runner on. Addison Gukin, a 2-run bomb, gives Mount Vernon the lead through 4 innings, 2-1. We'll be back with more after this. It is the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
Hey fans, as a reminder, Central College has a new tuition price. just $18,600, and that means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today. Go to central.edu. One swing of the bat changes everything with 2 outs, and on a full count pitch, a freshman, Addison Gukin, gets the bat head out in front of a pitch from Peyton Driscoll, who had been excellent in the circle for Williamsburg, and just absolutely crushed a ball over the left field wall. On the first pitch, that ball handcuffs Lily C., the third baseman. It looked like she was surprised at the way how slowly that ball was kind of coming to her and ends up dropping it. And that'll go down in the book as an error. That was Riley Verconde, and she is aboard. E5 in the book. See if Sprague can pitch around it here after the leadoff batter gets on. Time called. Megan Leparic, the 9-hitter, a senior, grounded a short 6-3, first time up in the third. In this Class 3A softball tournament, we'll get to all the games that have happened thus far, as this is a pop-up. Nice catch sliding. Throw will go to first base. Not going to be in time to double up for Conde, but Leparic can't get the bunt down. Pops out. Lily C. makes up for it with a nice sliding catch on that bunt attempt for the first out. Coach Adam Birdie, he wanted the bunt down. The bunt, very popular at this level, especially because you can get base hits on the bunt if you do it properly with pretty regular success. As running through the box is Shannon Finn, taking a ball 1-0. But unfortunately, if you don't execute the bunt properly, you're giving the opposition an out and didn't advance the runners at all and didn't really even give a good swing on the ball. Runner goes, popped up. This is going to be a problem. But actually, they're going to say, nope. The umpire says stop everything. It was a double play. They're going to say the batter was out of the box before the play. So you saw Mount Vernon celebrate and go crazy, but immediately home plate umpire Carl Wooldridge said the batter, Finn, was out for making contact outside the batter's box. So the double up is for naught. It was a good effort. Runner was going on the pitch. Either way, it's just 2 outs. And the first pitch, long run. And it will be Maya Bentley to make the catch. A very quick inning despite the error. 1-2-3. Mount Vernon with a 2-1 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th with it. Right after this, it is the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything.
Dental insurance costs a fortune, and it covers nothing.
Don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
Williamsburg saw just 5 pitches in the top of the 5th. Had a base runner on, and still that was all they saw. Either way, we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Mount Vernon with a 2-1 lead. It'll be 9-hitter Lily C. to lead off, followed by Nadia Telecki and Maya Bentley. C is 0 for 1, popped up to second. First time up, back in the third. She lines this one into center, however, and that ball is going to be knocked down. C thought about 2. Good job by Finn to knock it down. Good backing up by the pitcher Driscoll on the throw, which was wide, not to allow any further advancement, but a single. And now Mount Vernon starting to get to Driscoll a little bit. That's the 4th hit now in the last 3 innings, including the 2-run homer by Addison Gukin that has accounted for the 2 runs. Brings up Nadia Telecki at the top of the order. Telecki, a junior, 1 for 2, singled last time up in the third. First pitch on the way. Up high, 1-0. Assumption won 12-0 over Atlantic, the 4 seed, in 4 innings earlier today. Run rule victory. Assumption in the state championship game for the 5th straight year. Looking for their 4th title in that span. It's the 1-0. There's a beautiful changeup in there for a strike, 1-1. Atlantic will play the loser of this game. Winner will play Assumption. Clark beat Anamosa 4-2. The 8 seed Clark beat the 5 seed Anamosa. 6 seed West Liberty beat 7 seed Esterville Lincoln Central 7-4. Those are the 2 consolation games that took place earlier in the week. As that one's in the dirt, Campbell does a good job stopping it, but it was too late to come up with it. C will take second base on a steal. She was basically running on the pitch, especially when she saw that it was going to be low, and she gets to second, no problem. So runner on second, a 2-1 count to Telecki. The dangerous top part of this Mount Vernon order looking for some insurance. So we hit just after 6 o'clock in the later innings of this one. The 2-1. Ground ball. Going to get past the pitcher. Fielded by the second baseman. Throw to first is going to be in time. It's a good job by Olivia Stratton sticking with it and getting an important first out. Getting to third is C. But now Maya Bentley, who not only is doing everything right at shortstop, but is very dangerous at the plate, comes up with a runner at third. Just 1 out. Team leading 2-1. Looking to try to get a little bit of a cushion. Bentley, left-handed batter, swings at this one. Up the middle, it's a base hit. Was going to score the runner anyway, but there was basically no way that Stratton, even if she would have stopped that, would have been able to dive, stop it, stand up, make a throw. RBI single for Bentley, doing what she does best, driving in runs, and it's 3-1. So now Mount Vernon's starting to flex their offensive muscles a little bit. Took a little while, but now they're starting to get into the groove after Driscoll threw 3 strong innings before the first run came across. That one up high, quick throw behind the runner. Made it a close play. Good throw by Campbell and Ridgway on the other end of it. Good job not letting it get away as Bentley slid back in. 1-0 the count. Popped foul. Off the screen, 1-1. Lauren Ryan is the batter. She's 0 for 1. A successful sacrifice bunt back in the first, and then she struck out swinging against Driscoll back in the third. In Class 4A, we know one state finalist. It is 5 seed Boone, who upset number 1 seed Winterset 4-2. Boone in the championship game. That's Friday at 5 o'clock here on Kruger Seeds Field. Number 1 seed Winterset will play in the third place game at Iowa Central Field at 3:30 on Friday. As runner goes towards second after a swing and a miss. Not going to be handled by the second baseman Stratton covering the bag. It is 1-2 to Ryan. Stolen base for Bentley, and she is in scoring position. But still, just the 1 out. The other semifinal going on right now, number 2 seed Western Dubuque taking on 3 seed ADM over at Iowa Central Field. The Class 4A semis. The 1-2 on the way. Up high, 2-2. Ryan wanted time, did not get granted time by home plate umpire Carl Wooldridge. And now will step out and take a practice hack before she gets back into the box. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, an important second out against a very good batter. 5th strikeout recorded in the game by Driscoll, and that one the biggest so far. You want to keep them right here for your Williamsburg at 3-1. Do not want to fall down anymore. You have 6 offensive outs to work with, and the 6th and the 7th to try to knot the game up. Jenna Sprague, the opposing pitcher. This ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Campbell, and she'll just look Bentley all the way back to second. 1-0 the count. Sprague is 1 for 2. Struck out looking in the first, hit a single. Her courtesy runner, Avery Platte, would score a run on the home run. which was hit by Addison Gukin last inning, as it's 2-0. Quickly in the Class 4A consolations, 4-seed Carlisle beat 8-seed Oskaloosa this morning, 4-0. Also this afternoon, number 6-seed Clear Creek Amanda beat 7-seed North Polk 7-6. Those were your consolation games in 4A. That ball hammered out to right center field. Long run. Nobody's going to get to that one in the gap. Finn gets to it, will lob it into second base, but a run will score, and it will be a double for Jenna Sprague. She helps herself out with 2 outs in the inning. Give her an RBI, and it's 4-1 Mount Vernon.
Kruger Seeds extra base hit.
It is an extra base hit brought to you by Kruger Seeds, your local seed dealer. You can go to KrugerSeed.com to learn more. You're at Kruger Seeds Field. As now, Adam Birdie is going to go out there and at least talk to his infield and battery, as Platty will come back into courtesy run. Your courtesy runners, pinch hitters, any substitution. All brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT. Just go to IMTINS.com. Coach Birdie knows that absolutely, without doubt, that you cannot let Mount Vernon, you just do not want to be any further behind. We'll have to see if they can come up with something here to get one more out. Kenna Rollinger, a freshman, hit a line drive softly up the middle. It was a great job by Charlotte Weegan, the shortstop, to range up the middle and made a nice reaching catch. 2 outs and a runner at second. 2 already in here in the inning. It's 4-1 Mount Vernon. This one up and away, 1-0. Class 5A, semifinals tonight at 7 on this field. After this game, number 2 seed Pleasant Valley will play 6 seed Ankeny Centennial. At 7:30 or so over at Iowa Central Field, it was top seed and hometown favorites Fort Dodge taking on 4 seed Waukee in the CIML matchup for a trip to the state championship game in Class 5A. Fort Dodge has never won the thing despite hosting it all these years, and they've been good. They just have not been able to find a way to win the state title. We'll see if they can get it done this year as the number 1 seed. 2-0 is the count to Rollinger. Swing and a miss. She unloaded on that one. It came up empty. 2-1. Rollinger 0 for 2. As I mentioned, with the ground out on the line out. A base hit here likely would score Platty from second and increase the lead even further. 2-1. Ground ball, third base side. Nice play on the backhand, long throw. Good dig over there by Ridgeway. McKenna Hughes, great job at third. On the other end, a great dig by Ridgeway to complete the out, and that'll retire the side. But 2 more score. RBI hits by Maya Bentley and Jenna Sprague. And we'll head to the 6th. It is 4-1 Mount Vernon over Williamsburg on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Des Moines, the yeses are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
No.
Head of the 6th. 4-1, Mount Vernon with the lead. Class 3A semifinals. Winner plays Davenport Assumption, who looked unbeatable, has looked unbeatable so far in this tournament, having an 11-1 win over 8-seed Clark and a 12-0 4-inning win over 4-seed Atlantic in this tournament so far. They're awaiting the winner of this game for a state championship Friday afternoon, 2:30 p.m. here at Kruger Seeds Field. The first pitch to the number 3 hitter, Carly Campbell, is hit high in the air into left center field. It's a long run for Telecki. It's caught for the out. So Telecki been busy out there and left, able to track that one on the first pitch for the out. And with each subsequent out, you're running out of time here if you're Williamsburg. Just 5 offensive outs remaining to try to get 3 runs. And you also have to worry about hanging another 0 in the bottom of the 6th just to keep it there. The big bat, Elle Ridgway at the plate. She's 0 for 2 in this one. But, oh my, not for long. That ball deep. Telecki will watch it drop over the wall. A solo shot for Elle Ridgway on cue. And she cuts the lead to 4-2. We talked about the sound off her bat is just different, and she shows it there. Holy cow. She just hits the tarnation out of the ball. Came in with 19 home runs in the regular season, tacks on another there. One of the best power hitters in the state, regardless of class, and she showed why right there, first pitch.
Let's watch that replay.
Having seen her a couple of times, let's take a look one more time. As you see, just a perfect, picture-perfect swing. It's such a pretty swing. Wasn't a no-doubter as Telecki was at least reading it as she got toward the wall, but it was a few rows up. She wasn't going to be able to bring it back. But, man, she just hits the ball a country mile when she makes good contact and got some elevation on it and hit it over the wall. It is 4-2. Do have a pinch hitter here for Williamsburg. Jenna Thurm was 0 for 2. Popped out and foul ground a couple of times. This is going to be a ground ball. Fielded over at third by Lily C. Over to first in time for the out. It was Bailey Von Ossen, a freshman, who was batting .310 on the season, but after taking a ball, she grounds out for the second out of the inning, and Charlotte Weegan is up. So Van Ossen is retired. Von Ossen, I should say. Long look in here from Jenna Sprague with 2 outs, nobody on. Weegan takes a strike right there, 0-1. Weegan is 1 for 2. Stroked a single out into right field in the second, and then lined out to her counterpart, Maya Bentley, at shortstop. Swings and misses at that one. That was tailing away from her, and it's 0-2. With 2 outs, nobody on base, top of the 6th inning. Sprague holding on to a 2-run lead, fires off the outside corner, ball 1. Real quick, Class 5A consolations. 3-seed Iowa City High beat 7-seed Southeast Polk today, 2-0, and 8-seed Bettendorf dominated 5-seed Kennedy. As that's up the middle, that'll be a hit. Charlotte Weegan 2 for 3. And now that'll bring the tying run to the plate in the form of the pitcher, sophomore Peyton Driscoll. Let's finish that thought. Bettendorf an 11-2 win, dominant this afternoon over 5-seed Cedar Rapids Kennedy in that consolation matchup. Again, if you haven't heard, we don't play through to 5th place anymore. We just play one additional consolation game for the teams that lose in the winner's bracket. First pitch misses high, 1-0 to Peyton Driscoll, who was 0 for 2. Popped out to third base in the second, and then in the 4th flew out to left field. She'd love a base hit here and keep the inning alive. She hammered that one, but was well quick out in front of it. That ball very well could be the right distance. Unfortunately for Williamsburg, though, well foul. The 1-1. That one a check swing, but it will get out to Bentley at short. Her throw over in time. You could see Driscoll didn't want to take a full hack at that one, but couldn't get the bat out of the way. It ends up being just a harmless ground ball, 6-3 on the ground out. But a solo homer by the sophomore power-hitting Elle Ridgway cuts the lead to 2. Mount Vernon with a 4-2 lead. They'll bat in the bottom of the 6th when we return on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Mount Vernon comes up in the bottom of the sixth. We'll bring up Ashlyn Steen, Addison Gukin, and Lauren Schwarzendruber. Did want to mention this. It's been a highly efficient game for pitcher Jenna Sprague. Yes, she's allowed a couple of runs in a handful of hits in 6 innings, but she's only thrown 62 pitches, and of the 62, only 15 of those are balls. 47 strikes, 15 balls. She has been very effective. One of the base runners she allowed was a hit batter. The only extra base hit she's allowed was that solo home run by Elle Ridgway in the top half of this 6th inning. That monstrous, majestic shot over the left field wall by Ridgway made it 4-2. Mount Vernon still with the lead. And a 1-0 count here to Ashlyn Steen. That's just low, maybe a hair outside, 2-0. Steen is 0 for 2. Popped out just in front of the home plate area. Carly Campbell, the catcher, was able to get out from her crouch and make a nice basket catch. And then she struck out looking on a full count pitch in the 4th. And that was just ahead of what was a huge 2-run home run by Addison Gukin to put Mount Vernon on the board for the first time in the 4th inning. 2-0. Up and away, 3-0. Now Gukin is on deck, has just 3 homers on the season now. Not a likely hero when it comes to a home run ball, as there's a strike down the middle, 3-1. 3-1 is the count. But Gukin now certainly, obviously reading Driscoll well enough that you're going to have to respect her like a regular power hitter. Is this one slow roller over to second? Stratton with it. Not going to be in time. Too much of a slow roller. Too much speed being shown by Ashlyn Steen. Infield single. Stratton at second base. She's playing pretty far back there, as is pretty typical. She came charging in as fast as she could. The ball just took forever to get to her. There was no way the pitcher Driscoll was going to be able to range over and stop that ball. By the time that the play was made, she had legged it out for an infield hit. Speed kills in this game, and you saw it right there as Steen gets on ahead of who is currently the hero, and Addison Gukin. First pitch well outside, 1-0. Gukin drew a walk first time up in the 2nd, and then in the 4th came up with 2 outs, had a full count with a runner on, and hit a high fly ball, and no doubt deep shot over the left field wall for a 2-run homer that took what was a 1-0 deficit and made it a 2-1 lead. At this stage, the most important hit of the game for Mount Vernon. That was a called strike. It's 1-1. Beautiful night here at the Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex. As we here on day 3 of the state tournament, as that was fouled and knocked down off the leg. 1-2 now the count. Home plate umpire Carl Wooldridge very animated back there. 1-2 is the count. Long look in here from Driscoll. Runner on first, no outs. The 1-2, and that is also a foul ball. Fouled straight down off the foot. We'll do it again. It is going to get hotter and hotter this week as it rolls along. People come prepared to be in the sun for a while when taking in the state softball tournament in Fort Dodge. No different this week, but it is cooling down nicely with a nice little miniature breeze kind of blowing toward the left field fence as that one misses. 2-2. Just a little breeze kind of blowing straight out to left. Neither of those home runs that we've seen in this game, either by Gukin or El Ridgway from Williamsburg, neither of them needed the help. But it could be a miniature factor, especially if a gust happens. 2-2. That's up high. Quick throw behind the runner, not going to be in time. As Ridgway tagged her right on top of the noggin. No harm, no foul. Steen still over there at first base. Another full count, 3-2 here to the freshman second baseman, Addison Gukin. The 3-2. Popped up, out of play. Campbell can only watch it fall harmlessly over the fence. We'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Gukin, by the way, functioned as the number 2 pitcher for this team behind Sprague. Had a solid year, a 3.08 ERA. Not much of a strikeout pitcher, but still developing and will be you would imagine, the number 2 next year behind Sprague, who will be back. As that pitch just misses, coming in high. So the first 2 reach. That's the first walk issued by Driscoll since the second inning, but her 3rd overall. Now with runners on first and second, Lauren Schwartzentruber will come up. She's 0 for 2.
Bottom of 2, no score over on the other field.
First pitch on the way. Schwartzentruber tries to lay down the bunt. It is foul. They complete the play as if it were fair, which is the right thing to do, even though it one-lot count. 0-1 the count to Schwartzentruber. Struck out looking back in the second and popped out to first in the 4th. The other field, Iowa Central Field, currently has the Class 4A semifinal between Western Dubuque and ADM, the 2-3 matchup. Winner will play 5-seed Boone in the title game on Friday. The game scoreless, a couple of innings in, as that one off the barrel and comes right up and hits her in the mask. Coach Robin Brand wants to make sure she's all right. That'll rattle you a little bit. You're laying down the bunt, you're trying to lay it down, and it just hits the bat at the right angle and comes back up and hits you right in the mask. It's always good to have that mask on so you don't eat that in the face like you see some major leaguers do. 0-2 is the count. Nobody out and 2 runners on base as Mount Vernon looks for even more insurance. 3 outs away from punching their ticket defensively to the state championship game. Fouled straight back. Schwartzentruber stays alive. Peyton Driscoll just trying to battle through here against the bottom of this Mount Vernon order. The 0-2. That ball grounded softly over to third. Hughes up with it, her throw in time, but the runners will advance, and that's a productive out by Schwartzentruber. 1 out, runners now at second and third. That brings up Lily C. The sophomore is 1 for 2, popped out the second and the third, and singled. Nice solid hit. Last inning, she would steal a base and score. Another meeting between Coach Birdie and the infield and battery of the Raiders from Williamsburg. It's been a great year for both of these squads. They would love to get a crack at Assumption in the state championship game. For Williamsburg to be able to do that, they are going to need to get out of this inning with nothing else across. We'll see with first base open if the intentional walk will be issued here to Lily C. just to set up a force play at all 4 bags, or 3 bags at home plate, I should say. But at the same time, she is the number 9 hitter, and maybe you take your chances trying to get her out instead of having to face Telecki and then potentially Maya Bentley. You can make the argument either direction, either way. It looks like they're going to pitch to her here with one out and runners on second and third. Infield comes in at all four spots. They'll come home on anything hit right to them. Popped up, should be playable. Campbell finds it, squeezes it behind home plate. That is a huge second out. Lily C pops out. That turns out to be the right move by Coach Adam Birdie and his staff. And now Mount Vernon will send it back to the top of the order, and Nadia Telecki, she's 1 for 3. Fly out to left in the first, a single to left in the third, and in the fifth, grounded to second base. She's got runners on second and third. This could be a very important at-bat here. If she can score, get a run or two across. Pitch, and therefore ball one. That looked good, just underneath the knees. You could hear the batter, Telecki, begging for time, saying it audibly. You can hear over here on my headphones, but home plate umpire Carl Wooldridge did not acknowledge it, but it turns out to be a ball anyway. The 1-0. And that's outside, 2-0. Now, you could make the argument also to kind of pitch around Telecki here, knowing that she is a great contact hitter, but the issue is Maya Bentley behind her is the best hitter in this order. You certainly don't want to face her with the bases loaded if you don't have to. You'd like to get this out here, right now, especially with 2 outs in the inning. This pitch over her head, quick snap throw behind the runner at third, but not going to be in time, and it's 3-0 here to Nadia Telecki. So what do you do? Coach Robin Brand, do you give her the green light, expecting something to hit? Or do you have to watch one here? We'll see how aggressive they play it with 2 outs and runners on second and third. The pitch. Yep, she'll just watch it for a strike. Probably the right move. You don't want to be over-aggressive and hit into an out without her showing you a strike. It's funny to watch Telecki up there. Her pants have 3 or 4 holes in them. You can tell she's been busy on the base paths beyond the action she has seen this year wearing those. It's a 3-1 on the way. Ground ball up the middle. That'll find a hole and a base hit. 1 run is in. Another run on the way. It will score a 2-run single with 2 outs in the inning by Nadia Telecki. Some great 2-out hitting in the game by Mount Vernon, and they have expanded the lead to 6-2. Give her 2 RBIs. The home run from Addison Gukin was with 2 outs. One of the 2 runs was scored with 2 outs in the 5th inning, and then here, both runs that we've seen so far in this inning scored with 2 outs, thanks to a 2-out, 2-run single by Nadia Telecki. She's going to take off for second. We talked about her and her propensity to steal. Did not see her go when she was on base earlier, but she does take second now on a stolen base as the first pitch of ball here to Maya Bentley, who is 1 for 2. She is the best hitter in this lineup statistically coming in on the regular season. Walked in the first, flew out to left in the third, and then a single on RBI, a stolen base, and a run scored in the 5th. Mount Vernon feeling pretty confident now. They have a 4-run lead that they have given Jenna Sprague. And Sprague will face the bottom of the Williamsburg order. There's a strike, 1-1. Officially due up will be 8, 9, and 1. So Williamsburg will at least see the top of the order come back around, but they're going to need some base runners to get ahead of Campbell and Ridgeway, the 2 big bats, and see if they can't come up with a huge rally. First things first, they got to get out of this inning as Bentley now behind in the count 1-2. 2 gone in the inning. And that runner at second base, 2 already in here in this bottom half of the 6th. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Driscoll gets it done, but not before a 2-run single by Nadia Telecki gives a 6-2 lead to the Mustangs of Mount Vernon, and they'll look to close it out against Williamsburg in the top of the 7th when we return right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Well, it's Williamsburg's last chance. They need 4 runs to tie. 6-2. Mount Vernon leads it. Riley Vercondi, Megan Lemperek, and then back to the top, and Shannon Finn due up as Vercondi absolutely tattoos that ball. Foul. First pitch, your number 8 slot hitter, who has 3 home runs this year, has the ability to hit it out about as close as you can get. Right size, wrong shape. Just a long strike. But man, she said, don't bring that in here because I can turn it around quickly. Can she do it again, however? That's up high, 1-1. Vercandy is 0 for 2. Flew out to left in the second. Her counterpart, Nadia Telecki. And then in the 5th, reached on a fielding error on a slow line drive that I think just handcuffed Lily C., the third baseman. She just could not handle it. That's in there for a strike. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch outside. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out. This pitch off the end of the bat, foul ground, long run for everybody, and nobody's going to get there. Good effort from Gukin. We'll do it again. For Condi, getting on base has got to be, while she'd love to try to hit a home run like she showed that she could do at the beginning of this at-bat, just getting on base is important. 4 runners are going to have to score to force the game to continue. She's a little quick there. Coach Adam Birdie couldn't quite make the one-handed bare hand play on the sharp ground ball. Vercandy hanging in there. Pitch, swing and a miss. She comes back and gets Vercandy after she threatened her with a big-time fly that was just foul and ends up striking her out. It's just a second strikeout for Sprague. Sprague, we mentioned, is a strikeout pitcher. Williamsburg's done an excellent job putting the ball in play, just have not been able to regularly get good contact on her. 1 out and nobody on for Megan Lemperek. Grounded to short in the 3rd, popped out to 3rd in the 5th. The 1-0 on the way. That's a strike at the knees on the outside corner. 1-1, 1 out, nobody on. On deck is Shannon Finn in the top of the Raider order. The 1-1 up high. 2-1. We'll get to our Casey's Player of the Game momentarily. Casey's General Store sponsors our Player of the Game every single game here at the state tournament. Big thanks to them. This is fouled straight back. 2-2. Dennis Sprague gave up 1 run in the 3rd on a couple of singles, a stolen base. It was McKinney Hughes, the number 2 hitter, with a single and a stolen base. And then Carly Campbell, the senior, in the 3 spot, an RBI single up the middle for the first run of the game. And then in the 6th, it was a solo home run by, is this going to be another single? This one from Lemperek. Well struck, and she is aboard. And that's what you need. It was El Ridgeway with that solo homer, and that was last inning. Been pretty spotless other than that, though. sprinkling a few base runners here or there. Going to have a pinch runner. Going to be Carly Rich. Rich, an 8th grader. She will run at first for Lemperic. That is an IMT insurance substitution. All subs, pinch runners included. Brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Back to the top of the order, left-handed slap hitting Shannon Finn. Pulls it to first base. It'll be picked up and stepped on the bag for Cameron Brand. Actually, they're going to say she was out of the box. It's the second time that has happened. So that means they're going to call the runner Rich back to first base. Out of box is what you had to put in the scorebook for Finn back in the 5th as well. That didn't end up mattering much. It would have been a double play back in the 5th. Instead, it was just a pop out by the next batter, McKenna Hughes, who is at the plate. And she pops this up. This could be it. It's caught. Rollinger makes the play, and Mount Vernon wins. They are going to head to the state championship game, where they will play number 1 seed Assumption Friday at 2:30. 6-2 is the final.
Let's see that replay.
Let's see how the game ends as the two teams are going to shake hands and run through the line. Long run, out of the squat, making the catch, and the celebration commences in foul territory over by the third base side for Mount Vernon. And they will play Davenport Assumption for a state title. They'll be up against it. We know how good Assumption is, but this is a talented team. And we'll see if they're going to be able to find a way to get it done. Our player of the game is Mount Vernon's Addison Gukin. Gukin bats in the 7th slot in the order, just a freshman, but came up with a huge hit. A 2-run home run in the 4th inning that turned the game on its head. Williamsburg led, and with 2 outs and a full count pitch, she bombed a ball over the left field wall, giving Mount Vernon a lead they would not relinquish, made it 2-1 at the time. They eventually would take a 6-2 win, and they move on into the state championship game. Addison Gukin, our Casey's player of the game. Fans, Casey's at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on the local teams, supporters, making sure there's always fresh pizza ready, win or lose. So sign up for new Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's Cash, fuel discounts, or donations to local schools. Casey's General Stores, sponsoring our player of the game, Mount Vernon's Addison Gukin. The freshman did her work, and now the field crew going to do their work. The Class 5A semifinal on this field will be 2-seed Pleasant Valley taking on the 6-seed Ankeny Centennial just around 7 p.m. or so. Our coverage will continue through that game, and of course the state championship games are going to be lined up. It will start with 5 p.m. tomorrow night here at Kruger Seeds Field. Number 1 seed Newell Final takes on 3-seed Lisbon in the Class 1A title game. Class 2A championship will be tomorrow at 7:30 here at Kruger Seeds Field between 4-seed Earlham and number 2-seed North Lynn. And the Class 3A championship game will be Friday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. at Kruger Seeds Field. Number 1 Assumption taking on Mount Vernon, the 2-seed, after their win 6-2 over Williamsburg here. Still awaiting the results in Class 4A and 5A tonight. But what we do know is that Boone, the 5-seed, will be playing in the 4A title game tomorrow at 5 p.m. at Kruger Seeds Field. Kruger Seeds Field will also host the 5A championship game, which will be 7:30 on Friday. That'll do it for us here. Mount Vernon gets the win. Class 3A semifinal. They'll go to the state championship game on Friday afternoon. They win 6-2 against Williamsburg. On behalf of our entire crew here at Fort Dodge and our director, Devin Taylor, I'm Emery Songer, and we thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2021 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
You are...